This program is brought to you by the following sponsors.
Hey, look, it's Jay Shy. What is going on, guys? Jay Shy here with another video, and I figure since I'm sitting here and I'm about to start working on this thing, I figure I'd make another video. And it's been a while, and I'm tweaking this bad boy. This is the Kwamba Obsidian. Right now I'm kind of just tweaking it at the moment, making a few changes. So getting prepared for a shmup contest. So I figure I make a video while I'm sitting here at the desk, and I do this. So I've actually been thinking about doing this video for a while. I just didn't know like how I wanted to do it. These are the buttons that are going in here. I didn't know exactly how I wanted to do this video, or what like I wanted to say, I guess what I would say. But I was actually thinking about the last episode of Otaku Fest podcast, and this was right around the time, a couple of days after we actually uploaded that episode. And I remember thinking to myself, like, the last thing I remembered was what James said at the beginning, how he feels that some things it's not the same anymore, and how things are basically not as fun to play anymore. And I wanted to make this video because I kind of feel where he's coming from in that regard, because I feel like I'm actually starting to get it too. And I actually thought it was just like what I like to call the old man syndrome. That's what I like to call it. When you start getting older, you're kind of like, I wouldn't say desensitized is the word. I don't think that's the word to say. But you're just like, things that used to, like, you know, get you all excited for things are not as exciting anymore. This is the plug. So you tend to, you know, how do I say this? You tend to, you kind of like, every time you become kind of like this is gonna sound very mean, you kind of get that hipster mentality, I would kind of say, because things aren't as fun as they used to be. And oh god, and it's not because you know, you're just turning into this grumpy old man. And I think I said it to him before, you know, this is probably all gonna fall if I do this. I said it to him on the episode, it's probably not the fact that you're turning into this hipster guy. That's probably not it. What probably is the thing is that you're just you're getting older, so your tastes mature. I was telling him that, and, you know, kind of, you know, don't worry, it's gonna get better, hopefully. I don't know. I'm gonna be taking all this out. So I noticed that as of lately, I've been getting into that same kind of mode. I noticed that I don't really want to play certain games anymore. I'm more focused on other games, and things are not as, I would say, fun as they used to be. And it's not because of me being, you know, old, or, you know, maybe it is, I don't know, maybe I'm just getting mature. More buttons. But it could just be that I know a lot of my friends are older now, and a lot of them, including myself, I'm probably just rambling, including myself, and I'm feeling like a lot of games nowadays don't hold up the same amount of weight as they used to. And It could be with age. I don't know. It could be that. It could be the fact that from my point of perspective, is that I don't really trust publishers anymore. So that kind of killed it too. I feel like every time I buy a new game, they always add something else that, they have to take your money and stuff like that. And a lot of people defend it. They say, well, it's because games cost so much and all these things. It's almost like, I don't know. Why do they have to cost so much, I guess, But anyway, that's besides the point. The point is that, James said, how he was kind of feeling like games are losing their fun factor, I would say. And I have been feeling this way for the past couple of years, actually. It wasn't like it just kind of just sprung up, because it didn't just spring up. I've been feeling like this for a while now, that games are starting to lose their kind of like fun factor and stuff, which is probably the reason why I've gone back to competitive shmups. If you don't know what a shmup is, it's basically like a vertical shooter. A lot of people might say that those are boring, which, that a lot of people think that they are. For me, it depends on how you play them. I tend to follow in the footsteps of old school, shmup fanatics or enthusiasts who played them for, 1cc's. And that's how I kind of got back my revitalized passion for, playing video games. Is I've been buying a lot of shmups lately because I've been playing them kind of competitively for score. And one of the reasons why I've gotten back into it, which is one of the reasons why I'm tweaking this bad boy, to play solely on shmups. One of the reasons I've got back into them is because it's fun to have a competitive nature, which is why I notice a lot of people, including myself, who like fighting games and stuff like that. But I like the challenge. Shmups are hard if you play. Like a lot of people say, no, shmups are easy. You can beat them in a couple of hours. But then, my question to them is, so you can 1cc them in a couple of hours. And a lot of them don't know what a 1cc is. And if you don't know what a 1cc is, 1cc's are basically 1 credit clears, where you can beat the game on 1 life, your currency of lives, but using that 1 coin that you would have put into the arcade console. If you can beat the game with that 1 credit, that's a 1cc. I've noticed, in terms of challenging myself, it has taken me a lot longer to beat a shmup now. And I'm having so much fun playing them, to be honest. They're really entertaining, but at the same time, they're very challenging. And I think I am addicted to that challenge. And I haven't had this feeling in a long time. My metal ball top. I haven't had this feeling in quite some time. And it's been a long time since I had a challenge. And the last time I think I had like a real decent challenge was Bloodborne. That was practically my first kind of Souls-like game. I mean, no, that's a lie, because I played Dark Souls. And I did enjoy the Dark Souls. I just never continued playing it, only because I don't like that era, that genre era. I wouldn't say genre, because I like that genre. I just don't like that medieval Dungeons and Dragons era. That's not my thing, which is funny, very funny, because I played first-person dungeon crawlers, and those are practically littered with, fantasy and stuff like that. These are ball tops, just in case you were wondering. These are the ball tops that go on top of the joystick. And I've just never been into that genre, like I was saying. And I noticed that it has taken me a while to get into to find my fun factor again. It has taken a long time. And I finally got back there. So that's a plus. that's a big plus, because getting into I guess getting into shmups is hard. And this video is actually contributing to that. I was recently on the Electric Underground podcast. I'll leave a link in the description down below. It's a shmup podcast where we talk about shmups, and I asked if I could be on an episode and talk about it, and talk about the community and stuff like that, and about bringing new people into the community. I think this episode was shot like 2 weeks ago, maybe more than that actually. And I was thinking about James the other day and what he said and how he was losing his kind of joy in games. And I was like, that's crazy. I found my joy. And then I noticed that I found my joy in something very competitive. So what I noticed is, if you feel like you're losing your kind of like joy in a certain kind of game or genre, maybe you should look at a different genre. And that's what I kind of noticed. So I was losing all my faith in publishers and stuff like that. And I noticed that if I wanted to, I guess, reclaim that joy, I was definitely going to have to change something. If you find that you're losing your joy in a certain type of genre, that or industry, or in video games or anything like that, you're gonna have to change something. Something's gonna have to change, whatever it may be, and try something new. So for me, it was a friend of mine who runs a store rekindled my fire in competitive gameplay. George, if you're watching this, I'm talking about you. It's actually the reason why I even got back into shmups is actually because of him. He destroyed a score that I had in a game called Death Smiles a long time ago, a couple years ago, and he actually kind of rekindled my fire into playing shmups competitively, and I was playing them on and off. But the competition between us, who can get the highest score, was what kind of rekindled my fun factor in video games after they were going downhill. And then I noticed that when I played them in a certain way, whether it be for survival runs or for score, the games take longer for you to beat, and you challenge not even your friends or around you, you challenge yourself. Because I noticed that every time I get a score, high score, and I can't beat that score, I'm fighting myself at that point. I'm like, why can't I be as good as I was this day? You know? So it's like a constant challenge. So this is like kind of like a rant, not even a rant, but a ramble video about, you know, shooting games, and if you're losing your passion in video games. If you're losing your passion in video games, try something new. I have a lot of friends out there who are starting to feel like nostalgia is not fun anymore. Video games that come out today, I feel like I can't trust certain publishers and stuff like that. I gotta look out for that. Yeah, that's for sure. You definitely can't trust publishers. You have to just try something new. That's all. I'm not even gonna ramble anymore. I'm gonna go ahead and finish with this, and I'll send a picture and show it to you guys. All right. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you're feeling like that, try something different. And if you ever get the need to want to do like a friendly competition in like a vertical shooting game or a horizontal one, whatever game it may be, I'm willing to go ahead and play with you guys, and we can trade scores back and forth, and it'll probably be fun. So I'll see you guys next time. Peace. All right, this is the fight stick all completed. I know I'm talking pretty loud because I'm got the camera like right up to my face. Sorry. I had to put on the black gloves because I had to wipe this plexi down with some stuff so that it comes out all shiny and glossy like you see it now. I'm probably going to get some purple bolts to go in here to make it look even more pretty. But if you guys don't know, this is the cover of a vertical shooter known as Dodonpachi Diojo, or DOJ for short. I designed this this, I guess, wallpaper myself. The art isn't mine. I just did this layout because I don't know, it just looked cool, both of these, and these were the only two pictures I can really find. But I put in a Sanwa JLF joystick and Sanwa buttons, Japanese official. So yeah, I think I'm gonna hold on to this design because I don't have a shmup design styled fight stick. So this is it. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And this is the old one. This is the old Plexi. Yeah, I'm gonna hold on to that. Took out all the buttons and stuff, so I'm gonna hold on to that. So yeah, all right, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Peace.